Welcome to day 475 of our DSO journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother Brian. And remember, these videos are being sponsored by NFT Tech. They are an investor in DSO5. Of course, NFT Tech is Mario Nawfal's company. He's doing some great things in the crypto space. So Brian, there's this drama about Celsius. It's been going on for several weeks now. What's the latest?
Yeah, so last night, Celsius actually announced that they're filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in New York. They're a New Jersey-based crypto lender, if you weren't aware. And these bankruptcy proceedings, they're probably pretty expected from those among the industry because we've heard that they were trying to fight off some of the debt that they had. But Celsius has joined Three Arrows Capital, whose founders have gone missing, and Voyager Digital uh, in the list of major crypto firms that have filed for bankruptcy protection. But Celsius has a kind of an interesting story because they work with a company called KeyFi. And the founder of KeyFi, Jason Stone, actually has sued Celsius and accused them of being a Ponzi scheme. KeyFi basically managed some of the funds that Celsius had, but they say that Celsius was operating as a Ponzi scheme. Uh, it's not good news if you had money in Celsius. It's a chance you'll get some of it back, maybe even all of it back. But there's 100,000 customers of Celsius who have now become what you call unsecured creditors, meaning that they don't necessarily have to get their money back. And obviously, any bankruptcy scenario isn't a good one. Will Celsius fold altogether? It doesn't appear that they are saying they will. They appear that they want to come back and kind of come out of bankruptcy and uh, and still be a thing. But we'll see. I think lawsuits. I think a pissed off user base wouldn't help for sure.
Yeah, and I mean it's unfortunate, especially to those who were involved, both on the Celsius side and those who were investing with them. I mean, it's sad. I think you
Yeah,
see that a
and
lot. Go ahead.
I don't know if we might see more firms go under before this winter is through. But I think what comes of this is that when we enter the next phase of growth in this crypto summer, a lot of the bad players that were maybe over leveraged, that were maybe not operating uh, as they should have been, will be out of the picture, and a cleaner slate will be headed forward with. But we'll see.
And you hear this term Ponzi scheme a lot when it comes to these crypto companies, and we've seen others go under in the past for being Ponzi schemes. What was the Canadian exchange that went under?
Rodriguez CX.
Rodriguez CX years back went under, and their owner vanished or apparently died. Uh, they were being run as a Ponzi scheme because basically what some of these companies do is they take in so much money and then they pay out withdrawals, but they don't actually have those assets to pay out with. And they're just essentially paying out with other people's money. And
Yeah,
that's what makes it a Ponzi scheme. I mean, a lot of Ponzi schemes are run to as frauds just to kind of defraud people. I think some of these companies are kind of getting caught in becoming a Ponzi scheme just because there's runs on the bank, I guess you could say, or runs on the exchange, and they need to bring in more money in order to pay out the other customers. And I think they get boxed into a situation where they feel like the only way out is to go the route of a Ponzi scheme.
yeah.
And
It's
I'm
a
not I'm
shame
not
that.
saying Celsius is a Ponzi scheme. I'm not saying any of these companies are Ponzi schemes, but I'm saying you do happen to see that a lot in the crypto space, at least as of late.
Yeah. So let's move on to DSO and DAODAO.
Yeah, so DAODAO. There's a huge Twitter Spaces today. It's hosted by new DAODAO slash DSO employee Erica Ishaniz with Boys Club. We talked a lot about Boys Club in the last couple of days. They are a group that is becoming a DAO, and they're looking at becoming a DAO. Whether or not they choose DAODAO or not, I don't know. Nobody really knows yet, but it's a strong possibility. The uh, the Twitter Spaces event, it's going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's the beginning of a series run by DAODAO called Leaders in Web3 that's going to allow people to learn from the best founders, from the best community builders, DAO leaders, and just contributors to Web3. So I'm excited about this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. Brian and I actually have some dinner plans this evening, so we might not make it, but I'm sure it's going to go well, and I can't wait to hear about it from those who can attend. Again, that's 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific on Twitter.
We have dinner plans. I didn't even realize that. Thanks for reminding me though. Uh, but yeah,
Don't we?
I think that hopefully Erica can start getting some companies or some organizations over to DAODAO, and I think this is a start. Whether they will actually create a DAO on DAODAO or not, we don't know. But this is a start, and Erica is clearly doing her job quite well out of the gate. But also Natter, he invited everybody to vote on DAODAO. There's a new vote that's up if you're a DAODAO coin holder, and it's based on a new proposal where they're asking the DAO coin holders whether they want to keep fees at 0% for trading or raise them. And there's different levels of an increase, which could be 0.1% or 0.25%. So far, there's been 58 votes, not too many. It only represents 12.8% of the minted coins. So there's plenty of people left to vote. The vote is really close. We voted on no increase because we think that it's best to keep things low until DAODAO actually expands. But no increase is number one right now at that 35.88%. But next up is a 0.25% increase in fees, and that's at 30.44%. And then an increase of 0.1% is at 27.61%. So it's all really close. Anything could happen here. Natter did seem to think that he was favoring more towards the 0% increase, the no increase. So he has a lot of voting power. So it's a decent chance that I think that will win out. But he said he's going to wait to see how other votes kind of fall in place. So if you have an opinion, definitely go and vote because he might just pick the one that gets the most votes.
I kind of
Also,
feel. I just want to say, I kind of feel like the way this vote was created is a little unfair to those who think there should be an increase in the price because there's so many different price options to pick. There's 0.001%, 0.01%, 0.1%, 0.25%, and then there's no increase. So I kind of feel like it should be no increase and then increase, and if
and then
increase
another
wins
vote.
out, then there's another vote to determine how much that increase should be.
Yeah,
It's
I
hard.
get what you're
It's hard to come up with these types of proposals and actually make it where everything's neutral. Because then even if you do that and you say no increase, and then increase is voted in, how many options do you have? And
right. Well,
the
yeah,
lowest option would basically be no increase. It would be so close to no
exactly.
increase.
Well, it's kind of like if you had two Republicans running for office and only one Democrat, and it would probably split the Republican vote and the Democrat would win. So it's the
That's why
same
there's
thing.
primaries. Like there should be a
Yeah.
primary here.
A primary for no increase or increase, and then the general election for the top winning increase and the no increase would probably generate the fairest results. But either way, it's not a very high rate of increase anyway. I don't think it would make a significant impact either way. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Nader also said that three other votes are going to be coming soon. So stay tuned. DAODAO will be putting three more questions, three more proposals up for a vote over, I'm guessing, the coming weeks. I'm interested to see what that's going to be about.
Yeah, me too. So in other news, Nigel's made an interesting post about DAO, and Nader actually replied to it. Nigel suggested that the DAO community, those who own DAO coins, should be able to see stats, and those stats should include things like visitors, bounce percentage, time on the site, and other things that are pertinent to knowing how the DAO platform is doing. And Nader replied, and he said, "Good idea. We're working on better on-chain attribution of transactions to apps. Once that's shipped, existing dashboards like OpenProsper should actually have quite a bit of DAO specific information." So that's interesting. That's cool. I think everybody wants to see the data. Like, how is DAO doing? The only way we can judge is by looking at how many DAOs are being formed and how much they're raising. And so far, not so well.
Yeah, and openness is always good, especially if you're a DAO. I mean, it's all about decentralization and openness. So definitely a great idea by Nigel's, and hopefully we see something come about pretty soon. But moving on, the social world, they posted their post to earn stats. So every week, the social world with a sponsor, this time Seals, give away $50 in DSO to the community members who are posting on the social world who get the most engagement. And last week, since we've been at the top of the list the last several weeks, we suggested that instead of weighting the dollar amount based on the number of engagement, you instead just rank them 1 to 10 and then distribute it that way: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So that's what they've done. And they said, and Ado said that there has been a 43% increase in engagement over last week. Now, whether that has anything at all to do with this new arrangement or not, I don't know. But I think it's more fair this way because I feel like we were kind of hogging a lot of the post to earn reward. This way, we got $10, but Clout Women Unite got $9. Food Curator got $8. Priyana Check $7. Web3 Peeps got $6. Sandy Rose $5. Stargazer $4. And Randier $3. In the past, we might have gotten like $17, and then number two would have gotten like $4 or $5. So I like this better. I think it's better for the ecosystem. Hopefully, we see post to earn adopted by other nodes as well, because I think that could really
Yeah.
be a really good kind of way to convince people to get onto DSO.
Yeah, for sure. I love what Ado's doing, and it's a great program that he's running over there. So there's I'm sorry, I just hit my mic. So there's a few NFT projects that are being released or coming up that I want to talk about. And number one is Michelle Lord, who's dropping a new mannequin today. She's dropping a new DSO photography by
I love
Michelle,
these.
mannequin art. Uh, and it's also, and I checked it out. You can look at it too. It's in the link, and it's really beautiful. It's really awesome. And she's also going to include it in her grand opening of her GDS GD virtual galleries, which is coming up very soon as well. Michelle Lord, an OG of DSO, she's contributed so much to the community over and over and over again. She's just been phenomenal, and hopefully you check out her mannequin art, because some of it's really, actually all of it's really incredible. And she doesn't only mint on DSO, she has minted on Foundation, which is in the Ethereum blockchain, but she has been so strong in the DSO community, and you know, I think you should definitely check out her stuff. That's all I can say.
Yeah, great work. I love what Michelle's doing, and of course GDS helped her. That was amazing that he opened that gallery. But what other projects are there?
So Misha CG, you all know her from Unicat. She's the creator of the Unicat NFT series, probably one of the better NFT series on all of DSO. And maybe I shouldn't even say on all of DSO. I think probably one of the better NFT creations in all of the
NFT
crypto
world.
space. Yeah, the entire NFT world. I was actually speaking to Manu this morning, and he was in agreement with that. So on August 12th, she's releasing a new collection. It's called Warriors of Freya. The username's tagged here. And the collection looks absolutely amazing. You definitely have to check it out. She's actually doing the minting with Manu, who is one of the creators of Cloutpunk. He's the tech guy behind it all, and he helps with the minting and everything. So they're working as a team. She, of course, is the artist creating the NFTs, and he's helping with the minting process and the technical aspects of it. Can't wait to see it. It looks really cool, and I'm sure I'll probably try and bid or buy some of them when they come out.
Yeah, Misha's super talented. I love that this is all happening on DSO. I think that like Unicats is probably one of the prime examples of a really successful DSO NFT drop. And I think that it can act as kind of a framework for other projects as we move forward. I think DSO NFTs will pick up steam significantly once we get out of this crypto winter, and I think NFTs in general are really going to start maturing. And when I say mature, I think we're going to see a lot of really cool use cases, whether it's through gaming or whether it's through the metaverse, whether it's maybe even like document kind of a way to certify documents. I think we're going to see all kinds of really unique ways that NFTs are going to kind of come into the picture and go mainstream over the course of the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. And this is not investment advice by any means. We don't know anything that you don't know. Uh, but there's some other NFT news as well. Kitty 4 DAO, which is a DAO created by Kitty 4D, is going to be launching an NFT project called Great Goats. They're launching it, or I guess I should say she's launching it. It is a DAO, so I guess I should say there, on the Solana blockchain. The goats look really awesome. I think it's going to be a successful project. If she can, get the eyes on it. Going to the Solana blockchain, maybe it'll be beneficial for her. I don't know. I do know that NFTZ is going to be integrating Solana NFTs as well as Ethereum NFTs. So maybe Kitty 4 DAO could be one of the first Solana based NFTs to be showcased on NFTZ.
Yeah, I have to talk to Kitty about that.
So who were the top NFT bidders in the last 24 hours, Brian?
Yeah, so these people bid on the most number of NFTs over the last day. And Random Name 2 is number one, followed by BitCloud FR, who's been pretty much up in the top three for the last week or two. Rhubarb is number three, followed by ZN Mead, Random Name 2 underscore N. Interesting.
Must be related.
Followed by Studio Richards, Meta Philosopher, who's remaining up there, which is nice to see. Followed by Just in Time, NFT Pets, and Nigel's. So congrats to all of them. They're definitely helping to push the DeSo NFT space forward. And the most viewed NFT over the last 24 hours, once again, is Priyanachek's Mice Head. This is number 008. I think somebody else needs to start promoting their NFTZ URLs so that they can maybe beat out Priyanachek for the most viewed NFT on NFTZ. What do you think?
That's not a promotion for NFTZ.
Not that these mice heads aren't amazing and deserve to be there. They are pretty cool.
So the way the rankings for the most viewed NFTs on NFTZ works is it's only NFTs that are viewed on NFTZ, because that's the only way we can calculate that stat. So if you share your NFTZ.me zone, if you share a link to the specific NFT on Twitter, on DeSo, anywhere, and you get traffic to it, that's going to increase the number of views, and you can move into that list of the most viewed NFTs in the last 24 hours.
Yeah. So I want to quickly jump over to the top diamonded creators over the last 24 hours, according to Altumbase. And number one, Sean Slater, followed by Quanti. We were number three, followed by the Big Clout Buzz, followed by Altumbase themselves. They had a really good post about the top diamonded receivers over the whole extent of BitClout/DeSo, which was really interesting list. After Altumbase was Michelle Lord, followed by Jody Bossert. It's not Bossart, it's Bossert. He told us that yesterday. Sorry, I think he probably said that though.
Yeah, Jody Bossert.
Bossert.
Got it right.
After Jody was Zia Mead, Effed Up Cats, and Barbie Graveyard. Barbie, I know you said you want to be on the show sometime in July. Just reach out to us. We've been really busy traveling and stuff, so we kind of got a little discombobulated, but we'd love to have you on the show.
Well, I think the problem is she doesn't like you, Brian. I think she only likes me. After what you said about her that one time, I don't think she really wants to be on the show with you. So maybe you should just sit out, and me and Barbie Graveyard should host the show one of these days.
She can be the Phil and Brian, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, well, how do you see?
Anyhow, Open Prosper's welcome back. Of course, they have a welcome back list of people who have been gone from DeSo for 30 days who have come back and posted or taking any action. I just want to welcome back 3 people. Thor Torrens, DeSo OG. I love the guy. We've got to meet him several times, I think in Miami, in New York. Got to hang out with him extensively. Great guy. I know he's kind of faded slightly away from DeSo in the last couple of months, but he does come back and he does make posts. Welcome back, Thor. I think he was on vacation. I saw he posted on Instagram that he was in Alaska, and the pictures look phenomenal. Hopefully you come back and you take more action within the community. I know you're a busy guy. Also, Ali Alexander, controversial figure, I guess you could say, but a DSO OG nonetheless. If you've been watching any of the January 6th commission, you would have seen his name mentioned in some of the meetings.
Yeah,
Wanted
I've
to
I've
actually
actually
talk.
been I've been actually privately chatting with him the last few days, just talking about various stuff. But it's nice to see him back. I know we obviously disagree politically, but it's good to keep open dialogue with people you disagree with. And in the end, we're all in this together. So just to say that. And Thor, uh, we're going to be in New York in a few weeks. Maybe we can meet up.
Yeah, if you're there, definitely. And one last person, Tracy T, another OG of DSO who
I
has.
forgot that Thor was LA, not New York. Sorry.
No, Thor's in New
I
York,
think
isn't
he's
he?
LA, isn't he?
No, Thor lives in New York.
Oh, okay.
So Tracy T, not to let everybody know where he lives or anything, but anyhow, Tracy T, she's another OG, and welcome back. I hope you stick around as well. I remember you used to be super active on DSO. Glad to have you back. And that's all the news we have for today. Everybody have a great.
Thor, I'm sorry for doxing you. If you want us to say you live in Kansas or something, just DM me and I'll say it in the next show.
Yes, good point. All right, everybody have a great rest of your day, and we will talk to you tomorrow.